always means it's a live album ranking, and today we're going to have a look at the live albums of the Velvet Underground. American rock band formed in New York back in 1964, originally comprised of Lou Reed, and then from Wales, John Cale, Sterling Morrison and drummer Angus MacLeish, who was then replaced by the brilliant Mo Tucker. They've gone through they went through a history, people left, and as they usually do in rock and roll bands, and we ended up with 6 live albums. So we're going to have a look at them today. So, coming in at number 6 is a box set that was released in 2001, and it's called Final V.U. 1971-73. Now it's a box set comprising of live recordings from the after founding members Lou Reed and Sterling Morrison had left the group. So playing on here we have got Willie Alexander on keyboards, Walter Powers on bass, Maureen Tucker on the drums, Doug Yule on vocals and guitars. Additional musicians, we've got George Kay on bass on some of them, Mark Nusef on drums as well, Rob Norris, Don Silverman, he's on it as well, Billy Yule drums on it as well. So I won't go through all the charts because it's a disc. So on disc 1, which was recorded on the 5th of November 1971, we have a cover of Chapel of Love, and then Waiting for the Man, Spare Change, Alexander, Some Kind of Love, Turn on Your Love Light, White Light, White Heat, Pretty Tree Climber, Rock and Roll, Back on the Farm, Dopey Joe, Sister Ray, Never Going Back to Georgia, After Hours. That was disc 1. Disc 2 was recorded on the 19th of November 1971. And this one starts off with Waiting for the Man, Spare Change, Some Kind of Love, White Light, White Heat, Hold On, What Goes Down, Cool It Down, Back on the Farm, Oh Sweet Nothing, Sister Ray, Never Going Back to Georgia, After Hours, Dopey Joe, Rock and Roll. Disc 3 is from December the 6th, 1972. Waiting for the Man, White Light, White Heat, Some Kind of Love, Little Jack, Sweet Jane, Mean Old Man, Run, 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 Caroline, Dopey Joe, What Goes On, Sister Ray, Train Around the Bend, Rock and Roll, I'm Waiting for the Man. Disc 4 is from the 27th of May 1973. This is recorded in Boston. It's got Waiting for the Man, Little Jack, White Light, White Heat, Caroline, Sweet Jane, Mean Old Man, What's the Man, Let It Shine, Mama's Little Girl, Train Round the Bend, White Light, White Heat, What Goes On, Cool It Down, and Sweet Nothing. Yeah, for a start, the recordings are a little bit, done on a little cassette recorder. It doesn't sound right without Lou Reed. I've always said that. It's to release something, the poor quality recording of this, I don't know if it's just a money spinning thing. It's not my favourite. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 2 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 5. Again, released in 2001. This is the Bootleg Series, Volume 1, the Quine Tapes. It's a live triple album. Playing on here, we've got Lou Reed on vocals, Sterling Morrison on lead and rhythm guitar, Doug Yule on bass, Maureen Tucker on percussion. Once again, it's a bit of a boxer. So disc 1 was recorded the 8th of November 1969 at the Family Dog Ballroom, and it's Waiting for the Man. Brilliant, good track. It's Just Too Much, What Goes On, I Can't Stand It, Some Kind of Love, Foggy Notion, Femme Fatale, After Hours, I'm Sticking With You, Sunday Morning, Sister Ray, And disc 2 is on the 27th of November 1969 at the Matrix. We've got Follow the Leader, White Light, White Heat, Venus in Furs, Heroin, Sisters Ray. Disc 3 is still at the Matrix. Rock and Roll, New Age, OVU, The Black Angel's Death, Waiting for the Man, Ride into the Sun, Sister Ray, Foggy Nation. Again, the quality is as bad as the other one, but it is a little bit better. You can recognise certain tracks. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 5 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 4, released in 2015, it's called the Complex Matrix Tapes, and it features recordings of the band's 2-night stint at the Matrix on the 26th and 27th of November 1969 in San Francisco. Some of the stuff is on the previous album, but it's been sorted out. And apparently the Matrix was owned and operated by Jefferson Airplane's Marty Balin. So on here it's Lou Reed, Sterling Morrison, Doug Yule, Maureen Tucker. So disc 1, set 1, the early show. Waiting for the Man, What Goes On, Some Kind of Love, Heroin, The Black Angel's Death, Venus in Furs, There She Goes Again, We're Gonna Have a Real Good Time Together, Over You, Sweet Jane, Pale Blue Eyes, After Hours, and then the late show is disc 2, and it's Waiting for the Man, Venus in Furs, Some Kind of Love, Over You, I Can't Stand It, There She Goes, After Hours, We're Going to Have a Real Good Time Together. Same sort of set, different order. Sweet Bonnie Brown, Too Much, Heroin, White Light, White Heat, I Set You Free. And then this disc 3 is set 3 is the early show from the 11th of November 69. We're going to have a real good time, Some Kind of Love. Same sort of set, and set 4 is the late show, and that one starts with Waiting for the Man. It's the same things. Out of these box sets, I think this is the better one. It sounds a lot better, and it's nice to have this sort of history. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 7.3. Okay, coming in at number 3 is an album released in 1993, and it's on the reunion tour, and it's live in 1993, but 1993 is done in Roman numerals, and it was recorded between the 15th and 17th of June 1993 at the Olympia Theatre in Paris. It's the original lineup, which is pretty well. It's John Cale, Lou Reed, Maureen Tucker, and Sterling Morrison. So the first track they open up is from a track from the Velvet Underground album, We're Gonna Have a Real Good Time Together. It's a really good version. It's nice to hear them playing together again. Then the brilliant Venus in Furs from the Velvet Underground and Nico. Guess I'm Falling in Love from Another View. That's pretty good. After Hours from the Velvet Underground, another excellent track. All Tomorrow's Party, I love that from the debut Underground and Nico. Some Kind of Love from the Velvet Underground, very good. We're staying with that album for the next two songs. I'll Be Your Mirror and Beginning to See the Light. Excellent versions of that. The Gift from the White Light, White Heat album, followed by I Heard You Call My Name. Then we have Femme Fatale from the Underground Nico album. Hey Mr. Rain from Another View's on here. Sweet Jam from Loaded. Velvet Nursery Rhyme. It's a little thing they put together about being 28 years to the day that they play together and all that sort of thing. White Light, White Heat, brilliant. I'm Sticking With You from V.U. The Angel's Death song from the debut, which is fantastic. Rock and Roll from Loaded. I Can't Stand It from V.U. Then a couple of tracks from the debut album, I'm Waiting for the Man and Heroin. back to the Velvet Underground album for Pale Blue Eyes, and then there's Coyote. It's the only place you'll see this song. It's quite a nice song. It was great to see them reform for this gig. I really like this, and they did try and create that early years. It's very good sound as well. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.5. Okay, coming in at number 2. It was released originally in 1972, and it's live at Max's Kansas City. It's recorded at the famous Nine Club and Restaurant on 213 at Park Avenue South in New York City. It's Sterling Morrison, Lou Reed, Doug Yule and Billy Yule. This one opens up from the Velvet Underground and Nico, Waiting for the Man. I like how he just comes on, Lou Reed comes on second. And that was great to hear him. He's a song like sort of thing. In that lovely deadpan voice. Sweet Jane from Loaded. Also from Loaded we have Lonesome Cowboy Bill. Beginning to See the Light. I'll Be Your Mirror from Underground and Nico. Pale Blue Eyes. Love that track from the Velvet Underground. Sunday Morning. Great version of that. From the debut album Loaded. We go to New Age. Femme Fatale from the debut album, and then After Hours from the Velvet Underground. I like this. Playing in a restaurant sort of thing is really good. The sound's quite fun. I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.8. But my number 1 is it was recorded in 1969. It's called The Velvet Underground Live, released as a double album in September of 1974. Recorded on the October the 19th and 25th of November at the end of Cole Avenue, Dallas, and the Matrix in San Francisco. Sterling Reed, Lou Reed, Maureen Tucker and Doug Yule. First track is recorded in Dallas and it's I'm the Waiting for the Man from the debut Nico and Underground. Lisa Says. Now this was done at the Matrix, and that is actually off Lou Reed solo album, and that's pretty good. Excellent version of that. What Goes On from the Velvet Underground are pretty good. Now some of these have appeared on them early box sets, but the sound is much better. Sweet Jane from Loaded at the Matrix. And then we go on to the second on side 2. We're going to Have a Real Good Time. And it was from the Velvet Underground's unreleased 4th album. Yes. Femme Fatale's on here from the debut. New Age from Loaded and Rock and Roll from Loaded. They were recorded at the Matrix. Beginning to See the Light from the Velvet Underground. And then we have Ocean, which is off the Lou Reed solo album. Pale Blue Eyes from the Velvet Underground. Heroin, love that track from the debut album. Some Kind of Love from the Velvet Underground. Over You. Sweet Bonnie Brown, It's Too Much. White Light, White Heat. And I'll Be Your Mirror. It's just classic. It's a shame it's not with John Cale, but it's a pretty good album, and they've cleaned up some of them bootlegs from them shows, and I think this is a really good album. Very psychedelic. Goes back to a day. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. So there we go. There's a little bit of live at Velvet Underground for you. Coming up next, we've got 2 brand new albums to review. The first one will be The Water Boys, and it's called Lithe Death and Dennis Hopper. And then after that, we've got IQ's Dominium. So I'll see you soon. Bye for now.